So, I'm probably not going to post this. Obviously, if you're seeing it, then I did. But I just recently had a lapse. I smoked weed again. I think I had 2 or 3 months of clean time. I've been out of rehab for like almost 2 months now. And last time I smoked was actually technically in rehab. On one of the first few days, I, for some reason, put weed in my pocket on my way there, and then I hid it, and I would just go out to it for the first couple days. And one thing I want to say, just to anyone, if you have quit weed and you're trying to, is those brain pathways that connect the use of the substance to pleasure and reward are already built once you've gotten addicted. And when you stop, they quieten down, they become dormant. So they're still there, but they're not being lit up. But as soon as you use again, they light right back up to how they were. So this is like, without all the NAAA stuff, like, this is a neurobiological, scientific approach to understanding how addiction works. And it's pretty fucked if you're in it, because you put in all this work over all this time, and then one crisis situation that you can't deal with leads to you using again, and then it's all back, and you're back at square one. I'd like to believe I'm not back at square one. I've put in a lot of work over the years towards quitting. I've done a lot of therapy, I've done a lot of rehab, I've had a lot of clean time racked up if you add it all up. I've had some pretty good stints of clean time. I've built a lot of things in my life from the point of complete addiction, having nothing whatsoever in my life besides weed. Not even consistent food, not even a place to stay, not even people at all, that even want to be around me. And still, I'm right back in that same spot. And if you haven't realized already, the purpose of this channel is for me to teach people what I've learned on my journey to quit and stay off of weed and all other substances, but especially weed, of course, especially to young men, because I think there are a lot of young men struggling with especially weed use, because it really numbs your motivation centers. And as young men, we don't get much given to us. We aren't born with much, and we have to build it all our whole lives. And we want it so bad, but we don't have it for so long. And weed just makes you okay with not having it. It makes you okay with not having achieved your goals, not having the things you want. And for a couple days, I felt that way, but now it's all coming back, and deal with it. My mental health is just as bad as it's always been. My life is pretty much just as bad as it's always been. And I'm also making this because I don't want anyone to think I'm got it figured out, or I'm teaching from a place of I've mastered this, now it's my time to teach. I'm teaching as I'm learning. And maybe no one wants to learn from me, but I definitely know some things about this process and how to succeed and how to fail with it. So maybe if you keep watching, I'll be able to teach you some things that will lead to you actually living the life you want and not just numbing all that out because you can't handle it right now, in the moment. I'll leave it there. Like even now, I'm just thinking about getting on again, or finding some weed somewhere, or just even drinking. Not to think about this stuff, but I've got training in 30 minutes or so, and hopefully, like, that's pretty much the only thing I have right now, and hopefully that's gonna pass some time and make things a bit easier to handle in the process. So yeah. Try and find something, guys. If you've got nothing right now, try and find something other than weed, so that you can think about and get excited about doing. Because yeah, I am excited about training, and it's a competing thought that occurs in my head along with the thought of smoking weed and being able to smoke weed and the excitement that comes from that. So that's a good place to start if you need somewhere to start for now. Otherwise, stay strong. I'll speak to you tomorrow.